what you're about to watch is frightening. As I was uploading the video, I filmed an entire video and I realized my hair was laying in a certain way that it looked like I had a comb over of a bald spot. I promise I'm not going bald. I just had a bizarre haircut and poor styling this morning. I'm still in my Harry Potter jammies, so you know, I'm keeping it high fashion as always here. I just wanted to come on here. I did not have the energy to refilm this FlossTube, so have a good laugh at my expense. I promise I wasn't having a comb over of a bald spot. I don't have much going for me, but I actually have a thick head of hair. So I just had to come on and tell you guys this preemptively and apologize in advance if my bizarre hair is extremely distracting, but you get what you get and you don't catch a fit. That's what Edda always says. So again, I apologize. Hi FlossTube, how are you? It's Colleen, Rebel Stitcher, and as always, I'm joined by my handsome sidekick Albus. And this time Boris has horned in on the excitement. This is my daughter's pug, Boris. Don't let his good looks confuse you. He is super naughty. For some reason, I didn't feel like being in the office to film today, so I came out to the den. So all the dogs might end up making an appearance. I'm not really sure, but Boris definitely wanted to get in on the action. This is FlossTube number 71. This is a cross stitch channel. This is not a cross stitch, a YouTube channel about cross stitch. I haven't filmed in a while because I haven't been able to have a long stretch of talking without going into a coughing fit. I feel like every time I'm on here, I'm like doom and gloom news. My doctors were worried with my medical history that I had a blood clot in my lungs. Don't worry, I don't. I got it checked out. They don't know why I have this cough that won't go away for weeks. But it's not gonna kill me. It's just a pain in the ass. So if I start a coughing fit, I'll have to pause and restart. And fingers crossed I can get through this video without hacking up a lung. So yay. Let's see. I'm trying to remember what has gone on since the last video. In my world, I think Walker had his first meet in his new gym since we moved to PA. If I talked about this last episode, I apologize. He did awesome. He placed, he medaled in most events, and his team came in first. We're super thankful that we found such a great supportive gym that's really kind of helped him find his love for the sport again. His favorite coach left his old gym and it kind of has been spiraling, and I'm just super thankful that he loves the sport again. Let's see. We had Thanksgiving. If you're in the United States, people celebrate Thanksgiving for the most part. We had our dear friend Megan and our two sons come and stay with us for a couple days. It's a pretty low-key Thanksgiving, and it was very nice for a visit. Let's see. We started putting up Christmas decorations last night. Can't see it, but right there is our Christmas tree. Nicole, Christmas is her holiday. She goes overboard. She spoils everyone, and she loves to decorate. She's got a couple Christmas villages she still has to put out. We're not done decorating. We just started last night. We got the tree done. That's the biggest thing, because it's like a 9-foot tree or some crazy thing, 10 foot. I don't even know. So she still has to put out her Christmas villages. She has her Harry Potter village and a, what do you call it? Christmas Story, you know, Bumpus's Christmas village, and, you know, some other decorations. But for the most part, we've got a good start on things. So this is enough yammering. Why don't I move on to what I've been stitching since we last saw you? Again, I apologize in advance if I'm forgetting something important or if I'm all over the place. I feel very out of practice. And I'm drinking apple cider. I don't know why, but apple cider, since my throat has been hurting, like my taste buds have been weird since this coughing, and like things that I normally like to taste, I don't have COVID. I just want to put that out there. I don't have the flu and I do not have COVID. I've been tested for that multiple times. So, don't worry. It's just a mystery cough. Okay, since I've last talked to you, what I've been stitching. Okay, Boris, why don't you say goodbye? Can you see how fat and how big he's gotten since the last time he was on the video? He is a chunky monkey. Oh, look at him. Okay, get down. Good boy. Stay away from the tree. Okay, since I last spoke to you, I think I worked some more on Winter Quakers by Rosewood Manor. And this is as far as I have gotten. A lot of people were making suggestions from the last video, and they're saying to move to other motifs, but the problem is this thing is so huge that not many other motifs will fit within this Q-snap without me having to move it, and I'm lazy. So I did add that cardinal, and I'm moving around through here. It is absolutely gorgeous. I think I finished in here, and I brought this inner part down more. But that's where I've gotten on that. I absolutely love this piece. It is really a joy to stitch on. I also pulled out Dance, Dance, Dance by Mama Mama Witch Cross Stitch. I'm combining two pattern makers together. And this is I didn't work a ton on this. This is maybe like an afternoon, but these plants along here I added in. You know, nothing major, but I'm just a little bit of progress here and there. This is a super fun piece. I'm stitching this on Midnight Ride by XJU Designs. I'm not sure if it's 16 or 18 count, Ada, but I think 18. I love this fabric on here. So I did work on that. And the last thing I worked on was Good Intentions by Kathy Barrick. A few of us have a sale going on for this piece, and it's hashtag hot messes with good intentions. And I didn't get a ton done on this either because I was stitching in the car during swim practice for Etta. I brought this last diamond down for this border, and I started working on the spools. I know it's not much to look at all. This is on Jody fabric and my own floss conversion. I think we're all kind of doing our own spin on this. As I'm looking at this when I was stitching and I came down here on the floss, I decided I really don't think I'm gonna do this girl. She's just so not me. So I think I'm gonna just add a different motif in there, or maybe add more spools, I'm not sure. Maybe like a Quaker-y motif, maybe I'll put in there. I'm not sure. But anyway, this is as far as I got on this. Nothing major, but it's a little bit of something, you know. We have to take little wins, you know, even if it's not a big finish. Progress is progress. But I do have two fully finished objects. The first one I've been stitching, it's from Lola Crow Cross Stitch. Her series is on Etsy. I think I showed you the ornament pattern last episode. It's called Cryptid Christmas Ornaments. And this was the first one that came out. It's Bigfoot with a stocking, and I finished it. This is on 16 count dusk by Picture This Plus. And this is just like the cutest thing. I just love it. So it's Bigfoot hanging his stocking on a tree with a fire, and there's a little snowy owl. It's just stinking adorable. This fit into a 3-inch hoop. I think if you do it on 14 count, you use a 4-inch hoop, I think, if you use 14 count. But this was super cute. This is just, I just put some sparkly fabric on the back. Don't look too closely. Just was eager to finish it, and it ain't pretty, but it's done. So I love this. I got to figure out what I'm going to do. And then my other one, as a finish from Keepsakes, is my Susan B. Anthony. This was a sal I did with 2 of my Keeps Peeps, Lynn Dorney from Lynn X Stitches Creates, and Liz the Wandering Stitcher on Instagram. This was, I think it's Stone Street Samplers is who it's from. It's the Susan B. Anthony sampler, and it's a quote from Susan B. Anthony, and it says, "Think your best thoughts, speak your best words, and work your best works." And it has a house over here, and let's see, another border similar to this. I didn't like the house, even though it was a rendition of her home. I just didn't like the looks of it. It was like too countrified looking for me. So I put the Liberty Bell on there because when we took that trip to Philadelphia, and I saw there was a whole section about how the suffragette and the civil rights movement used the Liberty Bell as a symbol. And I thought, oh, that's perfect. So I just kind of charted a Liberty Bell in there and took it from there. So I think this came out great. Barbara at Keepsakes found a great frame for it, and I can't wait to find a spot to hang it. So those are my 2 fully finished objects. And now I have some Stitchy Kindness and haul. I guess I'll do Stitchy Kindness first because that's the most fun, at least for me. I had gotten 2 amazing things in the mail. I have 2 Stitchy Kindnesses this week. The first is from Justine. That's not it. First is from Justine from X's and Hoes. And I'm not going to show you the whole card, but look at this penmanship. I was so impressed by her penmanship. So it's a sweet card. And she sent, this is like an old school color forms. Do you remember those color forms where you would like peel things? Well, it's a Bigfoot, and you can dress him up. And I see this just peels right off. Ooh, naked Bigfoot. So I put a kilt on him, a Bigfoot gold chain, and a Santa hat. But and he stands up. There's like a cardboard thing. So he sits on my desk. But the cool thing is it comes with sheets of other outfits I could dress him up in. Justine, thank you so much. She said she was on a trip somewhere and she found this and just couldn't not send it to me. And she also found this adorable magnet. And it says, "Always believe in yourself unless you're Bigfoot. Then I don't know what to tell you." I just think that is the funniest thing ever. So thank you so much, Justine. Her and her sister, Jackie, who was the Pumpkinhead dancing, do a hilarious FlossTube called X's and Hoes. Go check them out. And then I got another, excuse the reach, Stitchy Kindness with a sweet card. And this is from Tony. And Tony is a Keeps Peeps. That's how I know Tony, from Keepsakes. And she's just the sweetest lady. I love her. She's got a really funny sense of humor. And she was going through her stash and organizing, and she found a bunch of Ada that she says she rarely works on Ada anymore. So, and she knows I'm an Ada stitcher, so she passed the stash along. This is like a printed Ada, I believe. And then some other ones. I think these are all printed. And I don't have anything like this. This is like a really pretty green. And I don't have anything quite like this. Yeah, this is, so you can tell in the back it's white. I don't really have any of the printed ones. So thank you so much. And this is the last one. Oh, I think this is a hand dyed because this is hand dyed by Rolanda. This is gorgeous. Ooh, like a spring piece would look so nice on this. So thank you so much, Tony. And the funniest thing, I'll tell you a story about Tony. It's more about me being stupid. But, so Barbara at Keepsakes carries my needle minders, except ones that have curse words on them. And Tony wanted to buy a couple of ones that had curse words on it. And so she paid me and I just left them at Keepsakes since she's local in that way. You know, I just put it in an envelope with her name on it so that she wouldn't have to pay shipping. She'd just pick it up next time she's at Keepsakes. And I said to Steph, I said, this is for Tony. She's already paid for it. Just put it in her, you know, they have like folders for orders and stuff. I said, just stick it in Tony's folder if you don't mind. And she's like, Tony who? I said, you know, Tony Stitchy. And she looked at me like I had 5 heads. And she said, you dummy. That's her Instagram name, is Tony Stitches in KY, because she lives in Kentucky, because Cincinnati is at the very bottom of Ohio and you just cross the bridge and you're in Kentucky. And so I looked at it and I thought her Instagram name was Tony Stitchinsky. And I was like, oh, how funny is that her hobby is stitching and that's in her last name. So she's always going to be Tony Stitchinsky to me. So that's my Stitchy Kindness. Thank you both so much. I love them and it's so fun to get happy mail and I really appreciate it. And it's super, super thoughtful. Okay, my other haul. So I mentioned that the Bigfoot is a series and the second one came out. And this is by Lola Crow Cross Stitch and you can find her stuff on Etsy. The second one came out and it's a jackalope delivering presents, which is super cute. But the third one also came out. Oh, it looks like I printed the jackalope twice. Oh, shoot. Did I not print the third one? No, here he is. And I have to, this is the next one I'm going to stitch. It's Mothman ice skating. I don't know if you could see because, again, I only have a black and white printer. It's Mothman ice skating at Rockefeller Center in New York City. You can see the gold statue is right there, and that's like the green tree, the bottom of it. Funny story. We went and saw, Etta was a baby in a stroller, like a toddler, and Walker was in kindergarten. And we did a trip into New York City. We saw the Rockettes. We went to go see all the fancy windows and to just do Christmas in New York that year as an experience. Well, I took Walker ice skating at Rockefeller Center. Nicole stayed with Etta since she was a baby. And there was a guy in the center of the ice skating doing like jumps and spins and turns. I mean, he was clearly a very talented, you know, semi-professional ice skater. And Walker, my fearless kid, who was in kindergarten at the time and was probably maybe one of the first times he'd ever ice skated, looked at him and said, I'm gonna do that. And before I could be like, no, he goes and spins and like does a jump and falls back, and I can still in my soul hear the sound of his head clunking on the ice. It still like radiates through my body when I think about it. And the like ice patrol people had to come and scoop him up and check him for a concussion. And I mean, I'm a little traumatized still. But other than that, it was a great visit to New York. We're actually going to go and repeat it now this year. We're going to go do the same sort of trip. And because the kids didn't, well, Etta doesn't remember it, and Walker barely remembers it. He was in kindergarten. So we're going to go take a trip to New York again since we're on the East Coast now. So I have to do Mothman ice skating at Rockefeller Center. So that big long story was for that. The other thing I got, and I should have looked it up, is I talk about my friends FlossTube Susie on Instagram and Genevieve Jasmine Custom Bags. The three of us have like a three-way chat. We talk a million times a day. Well, we did our Halloween Virgin No More sale. Genevieve was a good sport and stitched Halloween with us because Halloween is Susie and I's favorite holiday, and Genevieve's favorite holiday is, what do you call it? Is Christmas. Oh my God, I totally spaced out. So we're all going to stitch. We decided we're going to all pick a Mama Witch cross stitch piece and stitch it as a sale together. They're both doing a Santa by Mama Witch, which it didn't appeal to me. He was kind of goofy looking, and it wasn't my aesthetic. So I'm going to pick this one, but I'm going to change it up. See, these little frogs are wearing like little knit caps, and they're roasting marshmallows by the fire. I'm not going to do any of this other doodads around the side. I'm doing the frogs with the fire. That's it. But I'm doing this because we found out Genevieve said something like it was cold and she had to put a toque on. I hope I'm saying this right. Apparently, because she is French Canadian, and there are little weird things throughout our friendship we realize that don't cross over culturally, and it's just fascinating to learn about other cultures and little nuanced things. You know, like Canada, yeah, it's, you know, you think you know basics, but there's little nuanced things that you don't realize translate. So like a wool knitted like winter hat, like maybe with flaps or whatever, is called a toque. So we're gonna do a sale called It's Toque Time Sale. I'll have the information in the bottom, but if anybody wants to stitch a holiday piece, a Christmas piece, something with a winter hat, feel free to join in and use the hashtag. I will have it in the description because I will blunder the spelling right now because I don't have it in front of me, and I don't want to screw it up. So that's all my haul. I did want to show you all of the quarterly club pieces have shipped out, and I've seen a lot of people on Instagram showing them. I actually saved one for myself. Last time I sold every single one last quarter, and so I wasn't able to show you guys what you get. But this time I was smart and I have one left and I saved it. So they come, I didn't seal it, but it comes in a mailer like this. This, if you're interested in joining my quarterly club, send me an email at C, like the letter C for Colleen, Cmatthewsfrey, M-A-T-T-H-E-W-S, F as in Frank, R-E-Y. And just tell me you want to get put on the wait list, because right now we're full, and hopefully I can add more people next quarter. So this is what you get. A nice little bundle. I was very on theme with my wrapping and packaging. So I'll take the twine off, and I will show you what the quarter, if for some reason, if any of you are holding out and we're going to save this for a Christmas present to treat yourself, avert the eyes. So I'll show you what you get in the quarterly club. Then this is for December. Okay, so there's this little bundle of things. The first is a pack of stickers. This little Yeti that says "Stay Cool" is a sticker of one of my original designs from a needle minder. And then there's 10 other snowflake stickers in addition to him. So here's the Yeti. Stay cool, dudes. And then they're all just different snowflake stickers. They're all different because we're all individual snowflakes. And I tried to make this winter themed so that, you know, I didn't want to isolate anybody, or not isolate, make anybody feel left out depending on what holidays they celebrate or not celebrate. The next item is the needle minder. And this is a Yeti making snow angels. Hopefully you can see him. This is my original design. I drew him. Right now you can only get him through the quarterly club. That's the advantage of being in the club, is you get original designs before anybody else. Excuse me, I'm sorry. When the next quarter comes out, he will be released for sale in the shop. So like the first quarter was the jackass, the donkey. No, smartass, I'm sorry. I don't even know what I'm doing. The smartass needle minder. And now that the next quarter has come out, he's available for sale in the shop, Rebel Stitcher, www.rebelstitcher.com. So here's my Snow Yeti. He's super cute. So then I always try to add one other item in there, and this is the other item that's not, I sourced this from the maker. I did not make these. Oh my goodness, she tied these so tight. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's floss drops. And these are acrylic, and there's some that are solid blue and some that have snowflakes etched in them. They've got like an extra large size hole for your thread, and then this goes through the ring. The maker for these is Crossed in Stitches. This is her info. She's on Etsy. Super high quality work. If you are a person that likes floss drops, these are super, super nice. So, and she was a pleasure to work with. She, you know, I told her the theme, we worked together, and we came up with this. So that's what you got in the December Quarterly Club. Hopefully everybody enjoyed getting them as much as I had fun putting it together. And there will be some new things happening in the shop soon. Keep an eye out at rebelstitcher.com. I'm going to be adding fabric and some charts. I do not want to be a full needlework store online, but I'm kind of picking some patterns that I think people who enjoy my needle minders would probably enjoy these charts. You know, it's a fun selection. And then I'm also having fabric. I'm going to be carrying fabric from Jody. It's from Steel City Stitchers. I will have a selection of her fabric. And I also will be starting to carry, she's still dyeing it, so it'll take a while, but from Extrude Designs. I'm also going to start carrying that. So I'll give you more information as it happens, but just keep an eye out on the website because some fun stuff is going to happen. I think that's about it for me this week. Not sure when I'll be back because it's super crazy around here with the holidays. Walker has started dive team through the high school and gymnastics. Ed is still doing her swimming, plus every single holiday, you know, commitment everybody has. So I'll do my best to get on here as quickly as possible, you know, on a weekly basis, if that's possible. If not, I hope everybody enjoys their stitching, and I hope their stitching brings you lots of joy. Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching. Oh, my sleepy man here. Say goodbye to peoples, Albus. Goodbye to peoples. See you next week. Thank you.